Hi guys, a few weeks ago I bought the GPD Win Max, a mini gaming laptop, which is what I'm showing over here. This device is amazing. Really, I've not been this excited or this happy with a piece of gaming hardware since the Vita. It is a really kind of small portable laptop, which is also just really powerful and really great for gaming with built-in controls. So you've got the built-in analog stick and D-pad, and you've got the buttons over there. They are clickable sticks, sorry. You've also got L1 and L2 at the back. So basically you've got a built-in gaming controller within this little laptop. And like I said, it's really capable. So I did a video previously of showing me play some games. So like you can play Assassin's Creed Odyssey on it. You got to downgrade the settings to medium, but it's still very much playable. And it's amazing that you've got so much available to play on this little system. But let me talk a little bit just about the kind of the hardware first before I get into kind of the gaming aspect. So, you've got obviously standard keyboard there. So, like I said, this is a laptop. You can use it for Word, you can use it for everything. It's a PC. One thing very cool is on the side here, you can see it's got this switch between controller and mouse. And so what that means is that right now it's on controller, but if I flip it over to mouse, what it means is that the analog stick actually acts as the mouse, and you use hopefully I don't know if you guys can actually see that because it's so small, but then you use the shoulder buttons as the right and left stick on the mouse as well. It's very, very cool, very useful. So, it's just easy to then use, or you can just use the touchpad thing, or just plug in a mouse. Either way, it's kind of, again, very capable as a little system. In terms of the buttons and the controls, that's obviously a very important aspect when it comes to gaming. The D-pad and the buttons are basically the Vita's D-pad and buttons. They feel great to play. They feel great to use. Very kind of that right sort of resistance when it comes to sort of clicking them. So they feel great. The analog sticks are a little bit loose. They feel a little bit loose to me. Like I feel like they could be tightened up a little bit, but it's not kind of a problem or the end of the world. It's, they still work well. The shoulder buttons feel good. They can, again, the right level of resistance, nice little clickiness to it as well. So yeah, very, very happy with them too. So from a hardware perspective, I'm very impressed with it. The graphics of the system itself, the screen, is very sharp. So when you're playing games, it looks great. It looks really sharp on the screen. So I've been very, very happy with playing games on it. It just looks amazing. This built-in speakers, a little bit tinny. So, it does sound a little bit tinny when you're playing it. Again, not the end of the world. You can just put headphones in or Bluetooth some wireless headphones if you want to. So it's, there's options there. It's got a built-in microphone, and actually this is really good for capturing gameplay. So it's, you can expect more PSP videos from me because I'll talk about emulation later, but it's easy just to play a game, capture the footage, and if you want, you can use the built-in mic to talk, or you can just kind of plug in a headset in the USB slots, and you can then kind of record audio over the video footage you're recording. There isn't a camera built into it, but it's not a big deal. I mean, I always find that the cameras built into laptops or my PC is not that great anyway. So if you want, I think it's better to just kind of have a proper webcam rather than trying to use the standard one. So I don't have a problem with there not being a camera in it. On the keyboard, if you do want to use it for word processing or stuff, the buttons are very small, especially if you see the number buttons and the F1 to F12 buttons. They're very, very small. There have been times when I've kind of fat fingers pressed more than one button. Not the end of the world. I haven't really used it for writing or anything. But, again, if you are using it for that, then just be aware of that. You've also got the kind of start, select menu buttons over here at the top. Kind of nicely placed out the way, which is good. Now, it is a PC, so you can use Bluetooth, you can use, it's obviously connects to the Wi-Fi. It does everything a PC would do. It's just really nice and small. The back of so just to take a look at the actual system itself with the lid closed. So obviously you can plug an Ethernet cable in there as well, which is great. The top of the lid, it's a little bit shiny. It does attract fingerprints. Again, it can be wiped. It's not the huge deal, but just something I've noticed happening a lot. I try and avoid touching the screen because, well, you know, I just don't want to get fingerprints on it. Let me just get back into it, type my password. You guys can't see that. Now, in terms of the battery, because that's obviously a very important part, the battery lasts around 2.5 hours playing games. It's okay. It's okay. You know, I think what I've been using it is kind of going to my kid's piano lesson and then kind of sitting in the car with this because I'm not allowed in the room anymore because of COVID. So, but this is kind of a nice sort of distraction as well, just to be playing with. 2.5 hours is okay. You know, keep it plugged in if you need longer. If you're on a flight, then, you know, again, it's best to have it plugged in. The fan is very loud, so you know it's impressive that you can play games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Grand Theft Auto 5, but obviously the fan needs to keep the thing cool, and it is very loud, but it stays cool. So I've not had a problem with feeling it getting overheating, or you know, hot or anything. Whereas my MacBook Pro, that I found actually does get hot, especially when I'm doing like video editing. I found that it actually gets really hot, whereas this is actually, it's impressive how well the fan works, that it stays cool. You know, overall the buttons do feel good, the controls feel good. Like, you know, it's heavy, like, you know, obviously when you compare it to say the Switch or Vita, it is obviously a lot heavier than that. So, you know, it does, you know, when you're holding it for a while, it's best to kind of have it on your lap rather than sort of holding it upright. But, you know, it feels good to play. Now, in terms of gaming, because that's obviously the most important part of this, especially for me, it's incredible. You know, everyone talks about consoles and backwards compatibility these days, especially with the PS5 and the Xbox Series X coming out. But a PC, it's literally, you know, backwards compatible to the, you know, to the dawn of gaming. And it's just amazing. You've got everything you can play on this, up to, in terms of consoles, it can emulate up to PS3 and 360. So you can emulate PS3 360 games, but it's not the best, to be honest. But, you know, when it comes to PS2 or Xbox, you know, N64, Dreamcast, it's amazing. And actually Wii and Wii U as well. So I was really impressed. There's a lot of games I missed out on the Wii and Wii U generation. And so it's actually really impressive that the emulation, the quality of the emulation there. So it's, you know, from an emulation perspective, it's awesome. But, you know, I've hardly been emulating anything because I've just been playing games on Epic and Steam. You know, it's all those Steam sales from years ago. I downloaded and bought these, and what? No, I bought the games, never downloaded them. And now finally I've got a system that I can play it on. So it's amazing. You know, the number of games I've got in my library that I didn't even remember, even from those Humble Bundle sales, the number of games I bought. And, you know, like Dead Space, I was playing on this. Dead Space plays amazingly. It looks great. It plays amazing. You know, Far Cry 3, Tomb Raider, so many games that I bought. Batman Arkham City and Batman Arkham Asylum, that's it. You know, those games that I bought and didn't even realize. You know, there's so much here. And then with the Epic Store as well, you've got Grand Theft Auto 5, Watch Dogs 2. There's, you know, and then also what I've really enjoyed was also having PSNow available to play and Remoteplay of my PS4. Which is awesome. And so I can see that when the PS5 comes out, it'll have Remoteplay. I doubt it's going to have Vita Remoteplay. But with this, I'll be able to Remoteplay my PS5, which is awesome. And, you know, if you don't like the controls here when it comes to gaming, you can connect a PS4 controller. You can connect a Xbox controller. You know, this is a PC. You can do these things with it. But I'm just so impressed with this thing, guys. Really, really amazed at it. Really impressed. I'm going to put some more gameplay on after this video. So, you know, stick around and check that out. But, you know, I know it's a bit big. You can't put it in your pocket or anything. But for me, I couldn't put my Switch in my pocket. So if I'm going to carry around a portable gaming device, I'd much rather it be this, which I can play a lot more on and do a lot more on. And you can play those kind of big AAA games on this. You know, I'm very happy to be carrying around this thing. And then especially from a YouTube perspective as well, being able to record footage of games has been awesome. You know, like I recorded when I was playing that game Laser, which I did a video on a couple of weeks ago, about a week ago. That again, I played it on this and I recorded it on this while I was playing, and then kind of recorded me talking to you guys like this. So it's again very cool. And then, like I said, emulation is great. There's just so much here that's awesome. And, you know, having the access to the Steam store and Epic store, you know, things like games like that are in early access, like Rogue Legacy 2. Rogue Legacy 2 is amazing. So, you know, I loved Rogue Legacy on the Vita, and number 2 is even better. So, like I said, guys, I'm super impressed with this thing. It feels great to play. It looks great. It's got such a huge range of games available, and PC games go on sale a lot. So I'm just very happy with my purchase. It is pretty expensive. It was 600 and something pounds. It's a lot, you know. Admittedly, it's a hell of a lot. You can buy your PS5 for that amount plus more, but for me, I feel like this is worth it, because then even when it comes to like writing my next book, then, you know, I've got this thing that I can use rather than having a laptop and a gaming system. I've got just this that I can take out and go out and about with. So guys, stick around. I'm going to have some game footage up. Let me know, have you looked at the GPD Win Max? What did you think of it? If you're planning to buy it, let me know what you if you've got it already and what you think of it. And thank you for watching, guys.
Isaac, be careful. Shooting them in the body didn't seem to work. Go for the limbs. Dismember them. That should do the job.
Conserve ammo by dismembering enemy limbs and doing extra damage.
Looks like that door is malfunctioning, Isaac. Try using the stasis module you just picked up.
Listen up, car 8 is trashed. We managed to get it back to the repair depot, but now the autoloader is fried. I need a stasis module brought down here now. We don't get this piece of...
Arkham City's gonna be the last thing you see. This is gonna hurt, freak. Nice out. You're gonna cut out that mask, bitch. Arkham City is gonna be your grave.
Now that they're all taken care of, it's time to get what I came for out of that